Good morning. It's Parker Keene again. I warned you I'd come back. Sherry and I joined the church show back in the early 70s and have enjoyed serving at St. Andrews, and I currently serve on the church council. And I just wanted to kind of spend a little more time with you this morning talking about some of our stewardship issues at the church and some of the thoughts about how we can continue to serve Christ at our church. Last week I talked about our current financial conditions and gave you just kind of a quick overview of that. And there was a email that followed that up this week, and so you should have even more specific information about that. This week I want to talk to you a little bit about imagining more in the campaign. The capital campaign is underway, and so the best place to start is where this whole genesis of the idea of imagining more came. We found ourselves with a sanctuary that was built in 1987, so we're about 35 years old now, and we're looking at ways that we need to kind of upgrade in a lot of different ways. We wanted to be able to do a better job of transitioning between the traditional service and the contemporary service. So there are a lot of thoughts, and we put a pretty good plan together. And then, as we all know, COVID came along and kind of slowed everything down a bit. But we just wanted to get this re-energized. And so we have, and we've got our momentum back in this Imagining More campaign as we make improvements in the sanctuary. And I think you've probably already seen quite a few of the improvements. I've been gone for about 6 months, so getting ready to head back this weekend. But we've made a lot of improvements in the sound system and the lighting system. Our technical people have really been a great assistance, and we've been very frugal in the way we've put this together and have managed to save quite a bit of money in the audiovisual. And so where we are now is we are pretty much wrapping that part of it up and getting that all put together, but we still have painting to do and we have carpeting to do. We've purchased the carpeting, but it's not been installed, as you well know. And so we need to put together the funds for the installation of that carpet plus the painting projects. It looks now like we're probably going to be somewhere around $30,000 to $35,000 short on getting our improvements completed at the church. So we really, I guess we're reaching out and saying through this capital campaign, it'd be a good opportunity to be able to complete our improvement projects in the sanctuary. We all know the church is not the building, the church is the people. And we all serve Christ in all different ways. And so we recognize that it's time to do a little bit of upgrades. If your house is 35 years old, it's probably been painted at least once. And so just think about the way we can complete this project in this capital improvement and continue to enjoy our worship time together. I think that pretty much wraps up what I'm thinking about on Imagining More. This is a very, very general overview. And there'll be more details to follow on that, and certainly ways that you can find out exactly the way we've spent the money that we have so far, as well as what we intend to do to get the projects finished. One point on this is when we think about capital improvements at the church, we always have to recognize that as we put these funds together, as we already have, and pledges continue to come in on this, that would be separate from our tithe or our giving for the regular ministries of our church. So as you consider how you might be able to participate and help us get these improvements completed, we certainly know that, as I shared last week, that it's important that we support the ongoing ministries of the church in every way that we can, and you need to be prayerful about that just as I am, as how we can continue to support the ministry here at St. Andrews. Next week I'll talk briefly about the 2023 budget process and what we're looking forward to in the ministries for 2023. And I'll share a little more on stewardship at that time, but I appreciate your time this morning and look forward to being back in church with you guys. Bye.